one item there that is going to be something that they might need. One of those items is guaranteed something that they can put off till the very last minute.
You can always count on Asder.
That's Dark Visor. Okay, that makes War of Showgrounds a little less scary. That is Dark Visor locked, right?
Yes, it is. Man, I wrote them under the Sky Temple keys part of my notepad. I can't do anything today.
Ouch. Well, I'm sure you could just move that over.
They just got Storage D, right? Or are they looping around?
Oh, apparently there's an Echo's Beam in Dark Oasis.
No, it said a beam-related upgrade, right? That's pretty unlikely to be a beam at this point. In fact, well, I mean, I guess it could be a light beam, but that's so absurdly unlikely.
Maybe it's our power beam.
Oh, right. Oh, God. Wait, no, that's not possible. Lower Torvis in these settings, even with the random elevators, requires super missiles to reach.
I always forget that those require power beam, because it's something you take for granted.
Yeah, we won't be seeing that in this. Although I have had Dark Oasis power beam before. That was like one of the only times I ever shuffled power, was I had that. And I was just playing casually, with like ridiculously hard settings.
That's a power bomb expansion for Baja Blood. That's gonna put some things in our.
Nah, you gotta take it a little safer.
Yeah, the Yeet beams are not treating Nye very kindly.
I'd go save right now, because they do this fight already.
Is that an E-tank? Or is that a...
That looks bigger than an E-tank to me.
Maybe it's a cheeseburger.
Although I couldn't make it out.
Oh, that's the space cheat boots behind Hive Totem.
I don't even know how Annihilator fares on Metroids, but I definitely would have saved my game after opening that tunnel. But I guess they got a drop, so it's alright.
Yeah. Annihilator just kind of destroys everything in this game. Not necessarily as good as your other options, but like, it always gets the job done.
Lord C is an item that I guess they're not going to have to think about for a while either because of that power beam. The best is when you shuffle power and charge.
Oh, that was a Morph Ball and Bioenergy.
Oh, most Morph Ball. Okay, I guess that would make sense. It looked bigger than an energy tank, but also didn't look colored like a cheeseburger power expansion, so...
Yeah, you're right, it was a bit duller.
And is Nye unable to get that because they don't have Space Jump? Where did Space Jump come from?
Space Jump, I believe, was behind Hive Totem.
Behind Hive Totem's door?
Yeah, the missile door.
Oh, okay. I wonder if Red just didn't have a missile at the time to grab it.
Who's to say?
Where did TGC's missile come from? Maybe TGC just backtracked sooner. That would have prevented Nye from doing that dash in Command Center that Nye unfortunately failed a couple times.
It's pretty wild how early we have the Ice Beam.
Yeah, that was one of the interesting ones to me, but it...
Screw Attack in Upper Shrine. That's very good news.
That Screw Attack puts Incash 2 into Logic. I'd probably be making that play right now, but Nye, unfortunately,
we start with Annihilator, after all.
Oh my god.
That is normally something you don't think about until, like, an hour from now.
What Nye's doing right now is possible, but it's, in my opinion, one of the worst tricks in the database. The way they're doing it isn't going to work. You have to do a 3BSJ laddered to get to the platforms, but it's like, I don't know if they've done it before, or if they're just trying it, but this isn't something you try unless you've seen before. It's pretty terrible. Red, get the space jump! Okay, it's all good.
Yeah, Red has been consistently, along with Nye, scaring us in terms of the health count. They seem, I'm not going to say they're reckless, but like, they clearly seem to feel a lot more confident with their low energy than a lot of other players do.
Yeah, Baja, thankfully remembering Incash 2's existence. This is an item, I think this might be the only other one in Logic right now other than Incash 1, and
Oh,
looks like,
that
yep,
is a ball.
Spider,
That
okay.
is Spider Ball.
So I guess we're getting Vanilla Light Beam, unless it's in Prime 1, because Light Beam is still required to be able to leave, logically. But yeah, like I mentioned, that Spider Ball is pretty expected. It's more likely than Supers and Power Beam being placed along with Light Beam. Just Spider Ball being your access to leave labs is much
TGC
common.
going to the save here on.
When I was playing with random start a lot, I actually removed Aegon Labs from my starting locations because I was getting annoyed with constantly having Spider or
Oh,
Supers at
there's
the very
Light Beam.
beginning. Okay, now the player can leave Pirate Labs.
That was in Watery Hall Access.
What is Nye waiting for here? A drop? I don't under. They're
Oh,
killing
we've got
puffers,
plenty
but
of
they have
health.
missiles.
That's an E-Tank for Baja Blood. That's going to be very welcome. Oh, that's true.
Yeah, the screw attack was in
Upper Shrine.
Upper Shrine, right, which was accessible using oh, it has to be. It had to be
Boost
boost
Ball.
ball.
We
They don't
had
have
Boost
space.
Ball, remember?
They don't have space jump. Yeah, just a missile.
It is good to be seeing that check a little bit earlier, though.
Is it possible to check the Upper Ruin Shrine item without space jump if you just use the half pipe? Like, can you peek the tunnel that way? I know you can obviously do it if you can jump up there, but doing it
I
without,
believe
I've
you
actually never
can peek
tried.
it, since there's no sandstone in the way. Actually, is that what
No,
it's called in Prime?
I mean from the bottom, like on the because they can't jump up there. But I guess they
Do you
didn't
mean
know
from like
about
in
it,
the
or they
pit or
fought the track.
on the base of the half pipe?
On the base of the half pipe, I meant
Yeah,
separate
I'm pretty
while
sure you
jumping up.
can. I'm pretty sure you can.
You can peek it. Okay, thanks. Well, regardless, they grabbed it, so Incash 2 is obtainable. That was Gravity Student Battleground, yeah. And oh, is that a beam? Yeah.
Yeah, it's our power beam in
Nice.
Battleground.
Yeah, both power
It's a
beams
shame it came so
are gonna
early.
look like ETMs.
I'm almost sad to see it. We're only 15 minutes in, and we already have the power beam. How disappointing.
Yeah, nice settings, guys.
Oh, Nye took a death. That's very unfortunate. Do you know where they last saved?
They just saved at the save station before Incash too. Or so, yeah, too.
Okay, that isn't so bad.
No, it's not. That power beam location is kind of funny though. I assume Nye will remember to go grab it after I get light beam in just a second. But if they backtrack and they use the portal instead of checking back around, it might bite them later.
And there's their light beam.
So they've got gravity suit and ice beam already for Prime 1. That's interesting.
This seat is a lot more jet than it really felt like it should be, but then again, we still haven't seen our elevators.
I don't know. There's also still no Prime 1 bombs or space jump, and there's also some missing items that we don't know about, like Wave Beam, but
And
my guess
we
is
don't
that
have any
they're going to be...
translators.
Yeah, no translators as well, but I'm going to guess that the stuff is just in Aegon at the front. Alright, that's why they have Ice Beam. So they can shoot doors. Hey, I kind of forgot about that.
A Baja Blood is going for the sand processing trick. That's a Inghive key on Burn Dome. That's not our bombs though, so we're gonna have to leave.
Baja is doing this awful trick to get a sand processing without boost. Whoa, that's a really weird standable. That was interesting. Yeah, that trick can be annoying because as you're trying to like bomb jump and unmorph onto the ledge, there's a low ceiling, and if you unmorph too early, you'll like get the can't unmorph sound effect, and that gives you an unmorph cooldown, where you have a brief period where you can no longer unmorph, and that brief period is enough of time to fall down and then like no longer have the height to be able to unmorph onto the ledge, so you have to time it correctly. And now it's time to finally leave Pirate Labs.
Alright, vent area A has, that looks like an E-tank.
Yeah, that's what I thought too. Oh,
Yeah.
but it's a prime 1 tank. Oh, they're doing Spider's Treasure. That's actually interesting. I don't think I would have done this because...
We have our spider. We have
but
a
the
power
Power
bomb.
Bomb expansion
Out of
is
logic,
logical. Oh, right, random elevators. Duh, I didn't actually catch where that went. Maybe somebody in the chat did. Well, checking the elevator makes perfect sense. See, there's my random elevators mistake. the first elevator.
Yeah, it just completely slipped my mind. I was talking it up so much, and I just completely forgot. We can't do Sand Cache, or sorry, Sand Canyon.
Okay, and now I am also remembering to grab
And that's Grapple Beam.
The cache for Power Beam. The elevator went to Aegon Quadrant? Thanks, Sass.
Now remind me, is
I'll
Grapple Beam
write
on
that
its
down.
own enough to get the item in Root Cave?
No, it's not. These tournament settings require X-ray for that as well.
I meant
And
more like
Space
in
Jump.
terms of movement, not in logic.
Oh, you don't need grapple to get that at all. You just need Space Jump.
Well, we don't have Space Jump yet. That's why I'm
Yeah,
asking.
yeah. Well, no, they don't have enough items to get it now.
Ah. And that's an Aegon key and Crashed Frigate.
You know, seeing the Aegon
And a
Quadrant
Violet
elevator.
Translator on Bomb
Oh,
Guardian.
Violet, lame. Seeing the Aegon Quadrant elevator, I probably would have used it just to see what translator gate is blocking the elevator for later.
Yeah, we do have random translator gates, don't we?
Because Aegon Quadrant is the one that goes to Temple Assembly Site, if I remember correctly, and that's got a translator gate in front of it. Although the translator gate there is pretty easily skippable if you know the elevator secret worlds, but
Ginger Chris is checking their hints now.
it's good information to have, I suppose.
Yeah, for all we know, we can open it up right now.
Yeah, knowing I could open that up probably influenced my routing later. And I guess Nai isn't checking it either. What did Baja see in Minecraft that was worth picking up right now?
I did not catch.
It's not a key. I can hear an item.
It's just a
E-tank.
tank.
Yeah, it's worth it. Yeah,
Never
for
bad.
those who don't know, in Echoes, the Sky Temple keys and Dark Temple keys, they don't emit a sound when you're in the room with them. Nice first try secretless lock. You gotta be kidding me.
That
I hate
that
this
is a
lock. This lock sucks.
flex. That is a
This lock
flex. 'Cause
sucks.
that's not an easy lock. The mining station B lock is not good. That geometry was
Oh.
really bad. That's main power bombs in mining station B.
Oh, but they broke both boxes, so they can't do the fastest strat to leave the
And
room.
wave
And
beam.
wave. Wow. Okay. Sure. That's interesting. Wait, doesn't... Wait, no, Baja has Seekers, right?
No.
Yeah,
They do on their
the
tracker, apparently.
their tracker definitely says they have Seekers. So, okay,
Where did those come from?
Baja saved time by doing the Seekerless lock first try. I just wanted to point that out. That's a time
Yeah, that
saver.
was technically faster because we did it
No,
so well. It was faster than if we had used the Seekers. That's hilarious. That's like almost never true. Maybe if you're making a task, you could do that, but like human players, forget about it. First try Seekerless with that little setup is not common. Oh, it was in landing site.
landing side.
Red
Okay,
just
makes
got
sense.
it.
Okay, so is that obtainable logically right now without boost? I think it is. I remember, yeah, it is. I remember reading the logic from a tournament match like a week ago. The main bombs are obtainable, which means the wave beam is obtainable logically right now. So Baja made a really good play by going there.
Nye did a
Yeah,
one-cycle bomb guardian with the dark beam. That was a little goofy.
The dark beam strat is actually slower than the power beam one.
That's why I thought it was a little goofy.
Yeah, it's the power beam one's a bit faster than dark, but they had a power bomb, no? Yeah, they did. They could have just used the power bomb. That's even faster.
I feel like having this divergent of a seed is kind of throwing them off a bit. That would be my guess, which is surprising given who we're talking about. But
I don't know. There
it's
isn't really much
whatever.
decision making to be doing right now. You have all the items. You're just gonna clear Aegon and look for more translators, and then find your logical exit. It's not really much to think about at this point in the seed. You're just trying to execute properly, so you can not waste too much time.
And what's that in Central Mining Station?
Don't know about Baja's getting it.
That's our
right.
bombs for Prime. That's a big item.
Baja is getting rewarded for playing thoroughly because every little small check has ended up being something important. It's interesting to me that Nai is choosing to do this BSJ instead of the one with screw attack, but it doesn't really matter that much. Just don't get Kraylead. Okay.
Yeah, the red Krayleys can basically telefrag you in this game. It's no good. They do a lot of damage. The ruined gallery tunnel. Anything in here? Light ammo. Oh, space jump boots in
Everything's
mining
an
access
Aegon.
A.
Yeah, what's the point? It's the same as regular elevators. Everything's an Aegon. Come on.
It's like we asked it to be as mean as possible, and it's given us just everything. It's like, your meal, sir. Like it's a butler or something, just serving everything up for us. Wave, that was in... that was in the item off Mining Station B.
Yeah, Storage A had it.
Storage A, yeah. I always forget whether that's Storage A or Storage B.
I don't remember. I don't know most of the niche like prime rooms either.
We are seeing a frigate check from Red.
Yeah, makes sense. No Varia suit yet, so just sticking to logical checks to look for.
This isn't
more
logical.
progression.
We don't have thermal.
Oh, I guess you're right. Well,
We're doing blind frigate,
it's
which
close.
is very, very difficult. So it's very impressive to see this.
difficult.
Well, it's very complicated to actually remember where all of the conduits are. There's a lot of them, and these are some very big rooms, some very big and very dark rooms.
They luckily aren't invisible. They all look the same.
Well, I forget where they are. TGC, meanwhile, is climbing a Tower of Light. We're seeing a very optimal... We're seeing some very optimal dashing here. This is very, very good. And at the top, we have an SDK. So we did need to come here. And have we already seen Shower Chamber? We do have a gravity suit, so I guess we did that first.
I agree with Baja's play of doing Surge D first before Jump Guardian. You have Spider Ball as well to be able to grab the other item without doing any backtracking. And also you have Space Jump, so you're able to climb this room fast after doing in Cache 4. This is a better play.
Yeah, I believe it was Rune Nursery that had the other SDK. Yeah, that's Rune Nursery.
So, unfortunately for Red, Nai hasn't gone to Central Mining Station yet before doing Dark Aegon, so they're going to have a bit later bombs.
Yeah, which is not what you want to see as a Prime player, because bombs are locking a lot of things. Given it's not so important that they lock Lava Lake right now, because they don't have Variasuit. But there's a lot of other checks that they expect you to have bombs for, since it's such an early item. That's Plasma Beam in our Junction site.
Wow. Okay, cool. Nice. All beams, 27 minutes in. Hey, maybe I should play with these settings. Nice fast seed.
The bad settings are secretly good. Are we going to get a full tracker today? I don't think so, but you know what? I'm optimistic. No, we have Power Beam. That was in
Prime 1 doesn't have Power Beam. There's the
oh wait. You're right, I completely forgot. I forgot that wasn't just for Echo. And...
X-Ray too. Great.
There's another one on the tracker.
So something unfortunate can happen to Nai here. If Nai finishes Dark Aegon and they decide to leave via the elevator using the Screw Attack Bonk into the Seeker Lock, they'll probably find their logical exit using Seekers, but that'll delay Red's bombs even further. Their saving grace for that, though, is that they don't have Boost Ball, so they should know that going up the half-pipe isn't logical. And if the elevator at the entrance of Aegon doesn't lead anywhere either, they should know that they should stay in Aegon and probably grab, eventually, the Prime 1 player's bombs.
Meanwhile, Baja Blood is doing Jump Guardian. You can't see it, but it was definitely there while we were shooting at Thin Air. So now it has no
Much
health.
faster than using Power Beam.
Yes, indeed. Uncharged light beam shots are very effective. Oh, we are doing Lava Lake suitless, and that's a dark ammo.
Lava Lake is so funny. Like when they were making the game and they put like heat damage in the room,
they made that
specific
like think, room hotter than every other one.
I would like to think that.
Ones.
I'd like to think that they, like decided that people would encounter the elevator sooner and maybe like consider exploring the room even while they were taking damage and not want them to do it. So they're like, okay, this room we're gonna make them take even more damage. Like it's pretty funny.
But if you make it past and you have health, you actually take like, I don't know what the exact rate is, but it's like, I think like half the damage, maybe like a third. Very.
Regardless, it's actually, as far as I know, I don't actually know if this has been tasked. Maybe it hasn't, but it's impossible to do a 3-tank Warriorless Magmore run through Lava Lake. You have to do it from Root Cave's elevator, because there are only 3 energy tanks available in the base game at that point. Baja is actually breaking logic, but I guess it makes more sense because Baja has full cleared Aegon up to this point, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. TGC defeating Hive Totem again for that Ying Hive key.
Deciding not to do it anymore, which is fair because that Blanc sucks. And I guess they weren't breaking logic. They probably just wanted to see where the elevator went. What was that? That looked like an item. I couldn't tell what it was, though.
Neither could I. Oh, when did we get supers?
Supers were
Baja Blast
obtained...
supers.
Where did they come from? I assume they came from Prime 1. I've been paying more attention to
Oh
Echoes.
no, they were in Prime 2. They were right there. Look, Nye's about to get them.
Oh, I see. That's why I missed it, because I only peeked into Baja's screen after they could obtain them. That's interesting. And we have a great temple elevator as well.
We have both of our missile systems. That's going to be alleviating a lot of stress checking these key bearer hints. Another red key in Transport Access B. Our Aegon key. Baja Blood struggling a little bit to get this jump.
I think the super missiles are better for Nye. These super missiles should hopefully lead Nye towards front of labs. And they're going to get both space jump and bombs for their partner by doing so.
Unfortunately, that Great Temple translator gate is locked by Amber.
If you're taking the time to check this, you should use Central Mining Station 2.
No. I guess they changed their mind. Red looked like they were about to reset the game. We do have space jump though, so we can just hop up Root Cave, check these two items. And since we have Plasma Beam Arbor Chamber, we don't even have to do the out of bounds. We can just go in, walk through the front door. These invisible platforms are actually stationary, so they're pretty easy to find. And that's an Emerald translator in...
No, it's Cobalt.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
yeah, you're right. I thought I read
it was blue. Hey, I don't blame you. If you don't have the Twitch stream open on another monitor, it can be a little hard to read the actual text, especially with the dark HUD that makes it even more unreadable.
I've only got a single monitor display, so that's definitely a problem I'm dealing with.
Yeah, I do assume that eventually this will lead Nye towards bombs, which is what's currently hindering their team the most, I would probably say, in my opinion.
And we're going to see a storage C check from Nye.
Yeah, and Baja will be doing Warrior's Walk first, and probably leading into storage C.
Oh, that's a power.
Is that power?
No, it's an ETM. I thought we took those out of the pool.
No, I
guess
think
that would be too.
No, I think only Echoes did. Let me double check.
No, we're in Echoes. Echoes has the ETMs.
That's not how it works. The nothings from Prime 1 got placed into Echoes.
Oh,
that was the case. Yeah, the nothing items are not individual of each game. If a nothing or like just placeholder item gets placed into a game, it'll just appear the way that it does in that game, regardless of whether or not they were taken from its own item.
And that's Echo Visor in Warrior's Walk.
Oh, Baja. Good thinking with
we only took like a 15 damage.
Yeah, going into the room is not very dangerous because just the way the triggers work when you're not transitioned to the room, but going out is a bit more difficult. I've seen people do some really jank stuff leaving to Warrior's Walk that ends up getting them killed. The best thing to do is just stand in the safe zone, or just shoot the door preemptively if you don't want to use the safe zone. Make sure the room is finished prox loading, and even if you don't have boost ball, just roll through the door. Don't screw attack into the door. Don't do any of this stuff. Just roll through. Everything else, you take way more damage. The rolling is roughly 40 damage. And we're seeing Knight to the screw attack. Ah! That's okay, they have plenty of health. They would never have died there. But if you've got like one energy tank, it can be a problem. Or sorry, 0 energy
now
tanks.
for OVG.
If you've got 100 health.
What do you think is the path forward?
Wait for the Prime player to give them a translator, or go check the Vent Area A elevator that goes to Temple Grounds and go see whether or not you can open it with 2 of your translators. It's 50-50, and it is logical with main power bombs to access the elevator now. So once Baja's done with Storage C, I'm going to assume that's where they're going to go, because I'm pretty sure that's full cleared Aegon, except for stuff that they can't do at the moment.
Both of our Echoes players did validate, so that's quite nice.
Nai is not going towards Central Mining Station, so I guess they're just not going to do it, unless they are prioritizing a save of some kind.
You know, I couldn't tell you.
Yeah, it does appear to me that Baja's going to go take the elevator, and my assumption is they'll be able to open the gate. I mean, if not, you're logically waiting for the Prime 1 player to find another translator.
Yep.
Although, if they don't have the translator, Baja might just go out of bounds. I think Baja knows how to do it.
Nine just got Echo's grapple. Baja Blood apparently got that earlier, but I missed it. Not that it matters, we have screw attack and all that. Just another slot on the tracker.
Hey, grapple saves time in Under Temple Shaft, okay? Alright? And it saves time in Second Temple. Good item. Don't hate on grapple. It also saves time in Path of Roots. If you don't have gravity boost.
Oh, I guess they must have turned on Spring Ball for Prime.
Yeah, they do have Spring Ball enabled for Prime. I've seen them not use it.
Oh, and we have a translator to go to Temple Grounds. Very nice.
Nice.
You know Temple Assembly Site is an artifact already. Because we got that hinted earlier.
Yeah, Spring Ball is an interesting one. Like, I get why people enable it, like, for fun and stuff, but it's like, so, as someone who has, like, even, like, a little bit of limited experience playing Prime Wii, Spring Ball is so much more useful than a lot of the players in the tournament seem to be using it. I don't blame, like, TGC, though, because I'm pretty sure TGC never plays with Spring Ball, and just decided to enable it to let their opponent have some fun.
It's one of those things like an ergonomic keyboard. If you spent a lot of time with it, it's fantastic. But if this is literally your first time using it, it's like, no, I'm not going to touch that thing.
Yeah, it's like for my round 5 opponents, they asked if we would enable Spring Ball, and I was like, well, we said no, but I was like, it's probably not the thing you should be able to ask to enable when my opponent is like the best Prime Wii player.
Okay,
Or sorry, my teammate is
example.
the Prime Wii player.
I don't actually use an ergonomic keyboard, I just use a normal one.
We're seeing bars from TGC. Cool.
Baja Blood manages to get both of the translator gates. They're both violet. So we can
What was the translator gate to enter Temple Assembly Site? Was it Cobalt? Or was it Violet?
I didn't see. It
Okay,
was something we have.
Because the gates are all normal, then, if that's the case so far, but the settings did say that they were random. And I think Nai might be leaving bombs in Aegon. Which is unfortunate because it's the only thing they haven't done. Yeah, that's going to come back to bite them, I think. The bombs are pretty important for Prime 1 at the moment. They lock access to a lot of areas. Although I don't recall anything important being behind Furnace. I know TGC went there, I don't think anything was useful.
We are seeing the frigate play out of Chris now. We do have X-ray, so we can actually peek Biohazard. Although Chris decided to do it the visorless way.
I didn't actually know you could do that without X-ray. Don't they?
There's actually a very
doesn't Chris have
thin
X-ray?
gap.
Yeah, Chris has X-ray.
There's a very thin gap between the thing that you blow off the cover and the wall, so you can actually just see barely a sliver of the item.
Okay, interesting. Yo, ship save? Let's go. What's the ship save for?
Nai is going to Plane of Dark Warship.
Yeah. That's interesting. I assume they're just gonna take a peek because I don't think they read the industrial site hint. I don't.
Could they be going for maybe a check on Accursed Lake as well?
That's what I'm saying. That I don't think they read the hint. What is that? That doesn't look like a missile to me.
I don't know.
Is it a translator?
I
think that's the only other thing it could be. Because they have Echo and Guard.
No, it couldn't have been the thermal visor. It looked kind of bluish to me. Maybe it's Emerald?
Yeah, I'm not sure. Looking at this Accursed Lake is interesting. I'm pretty sure they didn't read the hint. I think they're coming straight from Temple Assembly site. I would not have done this without first reading the hint, for sure.
That was a missile.
You don't need to open the industrial site gate to be able to scan the Luminoth corpse. You can just like peek through a little hole in the thing and.
That's a beam hint for TGC. Didn't look like an important one.
Yeah, that's the plasma beam hint.
Alright, I didn't get to see which one it was. It went by a little fast for me.
Alright, we're gonna see Sky Temple Geese and Baja. Let's go. With 3 tanks only. That's pretty cool.
And
oh, three tanks and no boost. That's rough, but smart use of the screw attack and smart use of drop-in manipulation will not make this any slower.
Yeah, we don't have boost ball, we don't have cannonball, we don't have a suit. So really, there's a very limited amount of stuff we can do to save here.
We should have
Nai took another death.
So no.
Yep, they just did die.
Was that what was going? Was Nai waiting for an energy tank paused? Yeah, I don't think I necessarily agree with it. Accursed Lake is also something that you just don't have to check, like, ever. Unless you, like, don't know what the hint might imply. Like, you can always read the hint.
Shrine is a missile expansion.
Wait, why did Baja get that? Baja went to the ship. I assume the hint was red.
I don't know.
What's going on with these key bearer hints?
What's the deal with these keys?
Baja's gonna want probably another blue or a red drop here, though. Hopefully he gets
an ultra would be the best. Okay, we got a red.
Baja can't get an ultra right now. In order to get an ultra drop, you need to have under 20% health.
You have to forgive me. I'm not super well versed in Echo's drop system.
Yeah. I think this should be enough.
Trying to go for the skip here.
I do like VMR.
And we get it. Now we're
cool.
into Cool Magmore, where there is no heat damage. I like this play. I like it. Okay, that was Research Lab Ether. A training site, aerial training site. A Metroid Quarantine B, okay. Elite Research Access.
Nice. Elite Control Access.
Transport A access.
That's Ben, right? Yeah.
Cat West.
W.
Okay, I think we got like 1 or 2 more. No, wait, that was all of them.
No, I have 8 written down. What's the one I'm missing? Tower of Light.
We already have an SDK.
Yes, but right? I have 8 written down total that have been seen as well. I have Tower of Light, Ruin Nursery, Research Lab Aether, ATS, MQB, Elite Control Access, Transport A Access, and Cat W. That's 8.
We saw 2 SDKs, right? One of them was in Ruin Nursery, which we would...
yeah, we saw 2, but
the other
6 were red just now. So unless there's one that I... oh no, Baja has 3 right now in inventory, so they didn't miss it.
Oh, they do.
Transport B access and Transport A. Oh, I guess Transport B access is the one I'm doing next.
Okay, so let's hint
Thanks.
at 45 minutes. That's really, really good because that gives you a very solid idea of where we have to be able to go.
Yeah, it looks to me like Baja's making well, not the Torvis play, but the hint into checking what the elevator is play. But hint.
And one thing we do know is that we don't need a boss for any of our keys, any of our artifacts. That's something that we're going to be very happy to know, because there's not that much at this point that can be on a boss. Our Phazon suit, that's up in the air. A translator, maybe. I don't
Power
know, a
beam.
gravity boost? Oh, power beam, I guess. We do need that to beat the game. Actually, wait, no, we can damage Exo with flamethrower, can't we?
Yes, but I think that
I don't
requires an
imagine that's
extreme
very
amount of
advisable,
missiles.
but it's technically allowed.
Well, yes, allow. I don't know how many missiles that would require. It's only 3 phases of power. But yeah, it's not in logic.
They could also do Exo
You know,
skip, but I
you,
don't think that's what we're going to see today.
you know what should be in logic? Exo without ice. That should be in logic. You can beat Exo without ice beam if you get lucky and get good snipes.
Oh, that's a dark
That
suit in
that should be in logic.
Grand
Oh,
Wind
new
Chamber.
Stark suit.
That's very good.
Well, it didn't really end up mattering for Baja that much. They spent some time getting drops and healing, but I think they did it good enough to the point where they still took advantage of getting hints earlier.
Yeah, there isn't really that much more ambitious stuff we got to do in the Dark World. At least not that we know of yet. This is mostly going to be helpful when we get to final bosses, which might be a lot sooner than I anticipated. The one thing that's standing between us and finishing the game, though, is going to be those late mines. That's really going to be holding us up because we want to find a spider ball, and we need to get our power beam and super missiles to get the item in MQB.
That's true. I forgot that super missiles for Prime haven't been found yet.
Oh, that's a ball in. That's probably our cannonball. Yep.
Yeah, it could have been cannon or boost, but I guess that ended up being cannon. Luckily for Baja at this point, it doesn't really end up mattering. They've got plenty
I think
of...
their whole stream froze.
Yeah, it's the stream. The
Timer is
timer's
stuck as
paused,
well.
so it's probably a streaming issue.
Yeah, it's not on SpeedGaming's end, most likely. I haven't messed with any of the sync settings, so they wouldn't be pausing for that.
We're seeing the GFMC map, which is awesome.
Fault side.
Tank vault. Okay.
Lower Torvis.
That's actually a nice elevator to have once you have a boost ball. Or, well, actually, no, Baja has cannon.
Sank
They could
entrance.
open that if they wanted to.
Temple Transport Amber.
Nice.
Those are good elevators. Meanwhile, TGC is doing Farfandrana.
The first one, the one to Sank entrance, was the nice grapple dash. Did you see? The Sank entrance one was the one that went to Torvis, right? That was their Torvis access. I couldn't see what the translator.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure
gate
it
in
was.
front of it was.
That was Lower Torvis, the one that was coming off of FTA.
No, the lower Torvis access one is not logical until the upper Torvis ones have been accessed. So I was more thinking about how their logical access to Torvis would be if they were to go there for the seed. Because if you don't have an elevator that goes to one of the 2 Torvis upper elevators, you can just rule out Torvis.
Yeah, because there's actually
As
that invisible barrier in Torvis Temple. I forgot about that. So you physically cannot leave the elevator
Yep.
room.
That barrier was a bane of my existence and every other Echoes runner's existence until earlier this year.
Did you see what the Ing Reliquary hit was?
No, I wasn't paying attention. I was looking at TGC's
Communications area is an Ing Hive key.
Azure says it's dead, and I trust Azure.
Yeah, Red is not having a good time.
Yeah, it looks like
Samus
we're gonna see
smashing the
what
table in
this
agony.
potential translator is. If that's what if
Swervis
we were
Key
correct on
1 in
thinking that.
upper chamber. Yeah, I'm assuming that Red the Bath is dealing with some tech issues right now that are preventing them from playing. That's really unfortunate. And that's Amber Translator in lower
No,
gravity chamber.
I think Red just doesn't have bombs.
Oh, you're right.
I think is the problem at the moment. No Varia suit and no bombs, so they're gonna be stuck in Chozo for a bit until. I assume Nai is still playing unless their whole internet went down.
Hard to say. If
Whole
their
computer,
internet did
maybe.
go down, they're probably
I'm not
holding
sure.
on so they don't like lose items.
Yeah. Hopefully it's not an internet issue and they're still able to communicate. I'd be not frustrated, but I'd just be a little lonely if my partner left mid-race. Yeah, especially during BK when you're not actually able to play the game.
Yeah, that's never nice. That's never
That's
good.
tough.
Watch out for the gel zaps. These guys are actually one of the other enemies in the Prime series that can kind of insta-kill you if you're not paying attention.
Yeah, it's true. You land on top of a gel zap and you just get deleted. What was the item in Plane of Dark Worship? I guess it didn't end up being useful because the amber came from Gravity
That
Chamber.
was from Gravity Chamber, yeah.
No, yeah. I don't know what the other item ended up being. Maybe it was pointless.
So we're gonna do backwards labs, it looks like. Remind me, you can scan the barrier to get out of labs into Ruined Courtyard from the other side, right?
Uh, it's on by default, yes, and I'm pretty sure Team Red the Bath asked for that to be disabled and TGC vetoed it last second, like I said. So I'm pretty sure TGC is going to be able to do it.
Alright.
Yeah, I don't know, the whole random elevators thing just kind of makes the Echo's progression and like
That's an
path
SDK
like
over.
pretty linear so far anyway. Oh, and Nai's back as well. And
Wonderful.
likely going towards bombs? Like
Let's hope so. We're getting a check of Prone Fade and Path from Baja Blood. Just need to take.
Baja thinks that's junk. Okay, interesting. That dark suit that Baja has also isn't logical until Boost Ball is found. So I don't know. If I'm Baja right now and I'm pretty sure they don't have logical access to another area unless they're just fully cleaning up. I'd probably just
No,
pick a spot to go to.
They're heading back to Temple Grounds again.
Darn.
Ouch.
Well, I don't know if it's just something they're purposefully putting off or they have just forgotten that that's a thing. Like, if you start in labs, I don't think it's like if you're not used to playing with random elevators or if you don't just play a lot, you may not remember that you had done Central Mining Station before from lab start, but
Baja
unfortunately it's biting them.
Sank.
Nice fight skip from TGC. That can be a little tricky. At least from my experience, I've screwed it up more times than I can count. I've even seen my partner DF screw it up in practice. Yeah, Sank Vault Site Elevator is logical. Yep, so I guess Sanctuary is indeed the play.
Yeah. We do have Cobalt to check Sank Map Station. Not the item, just the actual map. That will reveal to us what our spider side elevator is if we really want.
That was that was phrased very well, very funny. You caught me for a split second, but no, you're completely right. Might as well check the map station. Although one of the elevators is already known.
Yeah, we know Sank entrance. We know obviously vault side because we just came from there. So it would only get us one elevator. Oh wait, it doesn't matter whether they have cobalt or not because this is an unknown translator. For some reason, my brain was like, okay, we're in Sank. Sank map station is cobalt.
I don't
Is
know if
that a
they have
dark
random
burst
with
in
those
Hall of
check,
Combat
but
Mastery?
yeah, it's Dark Burst. That was a hint
Oh, they're
for
not getting it.
That was the Super's hint for Echoes, I think, yeah. Not the Super's hint that they're looking for at the moment. They're looking for the other one. I don't know. If I'm a Team Orange versus Green right now, and I'm in Baja's Echoes position, I'd be feeling pretty alright with what we've done so far. Haven't left anything, and that looks like super missiles.
Yeah, that does look like super
Just
missiles and cooling
super
chambers.
missiles.
That or flamethrower.
Well, now I feel great.
Yeah, that looks like supers.
Great.
Yep. So that's MQB taken care of.
Are they a power beam away from go mode?
Hold on.
Let me double check the.
We
I
might
don't
need
know
a
if
translator.
I believe that's a power beam from go mode.
That's a
what it looks
suit.
like. That's what it looks like to me.
And we need
Oh, Varia.
phase on suit. We need
Great.
phase on suit.
Oh,
remember?
right, yeah, phase on suit. That's true. Honestly, okay. Some of the artifacts and echoes. Let me look. There's portal chamber, so they do have to go to Upper Taurus at some point, and there's underground tunnel and war ritual grounds, which was already picked up by Baja. So
No, we need
Baja.
power beam for sure to get the MQB SDK.
Yeah, the MQB SDK is required. Yeah, so we're going to be seeing power beam in this scene.
Unless there's an out of bounds to get that, I assume there isn't.
I mean, maybe, but there is a secret world in that room. I just don't know if it's kind of niche, and I also don't know if it can get you the item. I mean, it probably can. It's Prime 1, you can infinite boost in bounds like anywhere.
Did you see what Lighthouse was?
No, I didn't.
Also, Red is doing workstation. I don't know what they saw in there.
It's just a missile in Hive Gyro. Okay. Yeah, this looks like it's including unlocked. I meant to bring it up earlier. I don't know if it came out of my mouth when they were in Hall of Combat Mastery, but that was indeed an unlocked gate to Sanctuary entrance. I didn't catch that earlier either.
And it's a joke in FCA.
Aha! If you're getting these drops with Annihilator, shoot charged Annihilator beam at the apple point, because the explosion area of effect kills all the night barbs instantly. It's a good strat.
Okay, so that didn't pay off. Check in Ice Chapel.
Did Baja
Sorry,
check
is
where
that
the
Visual
elevator
Example?
went? Did Baja check where the elevator that normally goes to Aegon goes? I wasn't paying attention if he did that.
You mean
or
Spider
not.
Side? I'm not sure.
Naya's going to be going to Grand Wind Chamber, which has the dark suit that Baja got earlier. I wonder if Naya knows a method to obtain this item without boost.
Also, it is worth noting that TGC now has the Various suit.
Yeah, that was in Hazen Cliff, if I remember correctly. It's
Yep,
good to have.
back when we were doing Spider Stretcher.
It's good for TGC to have right now because it makes exiting Findrana from the front right now, after they're done cleaning up, very easy. Prime 1 is all about cycles, and doing the backtracking is probably not what they want to be doing right now.
Yeah, that's really
So,
not.
so being able to use the Varia suit to continue along the path that they've already been going on is gonna save them a lot of time. I love that kind of like timing that you can create with your teammate, which
Yeah.
doesn't really often happen intentionally.
It's like
it
just
just
sometimes everything
just
lines
kinda
up
works like
so
that, yeah.
perfectly.
And Red keeps morphing a little bit too early. When you morph in Prime, it's not like morphing in Echoes. You drop like a rock in Prime, which is something I never really liked.
We're trying to
Nice,
get the Ice Ruins East Spider Track item
nice bomb.
without Spider.
A little bit too far apart. It's not giving them a proper BSJ.
Oh,
I'd honestly probably just recommend doing this with 2 bombs because they're doing the 3 bombs. They're spacing them way too far apart.
well, we got it. We are going to do a... Wait, crap, don't we have Cannonball on Baja Blood Send?
They both have Cannonball, yes. That's
Oh, that looks like a gravity boost.
Yeah. Nice! No, you already blew up the head. Baja, you're good. you blew it up. You're fine.
Still not sure.
Oh, Baja's going back?
Yeah, I assume so. Maybe they want to get main gyro. Because
No,
they did do the rings, and we do have Echo Visor. And
you can loop
Valor.
around from Watch Station regardless.
Oh, are we doing... No.
Checking the... No, the hit was checked, wasn't it? No, it wasn't. Okay. Yeah, this makes sense. Doing the hint at the same time as the item actually does make some sense. Rare Shrine doesn't have anything. Okay.
Let's see what Fiery Shore has. Starting with the upper item. Just a missile. Oh, and that could be our power beam on...
Baja,
main
you
gyro.
skipped the cutscene! Oh no! Oh wait, that...
Oh, it's another
It did-
ETM!
Did Baja break the... I think Baja might have broken the...
Yeah, we just hopped off and broke it with Cannonball.
No, I'm saying I think Baja's black screen was really short, and Baja's playing on emulator, so like that screen should have been even longer than normal. So I'm pretty sure they broke the cannon when their proximity load was like a save station instead, or one of the doors behind them, which is a much faster load. Black screen didn't take nearly as long to finish. I didn't think you could do that, but I guess you can.
Prime Spider Ball is apparently in Forgotten Bridge.
Oh, if that's what that hit said, I missed it. Using grapple, yes, it's faster. Nice. Let's go.
Very optimal.
That's a Echo
Or
Visor
Roaring
hint.
Swamp. We already
I
got
think that was for Echo, yeah. Which I don't think is required at the moment. Oh no, it... Okay, so I was curious about this. I think it was yesterday or the day before.
Power Beam!
Oh, Power Beam. Nice. So the Varia is required. Okay, interesting.
Okay, that's
The,
almost go mode.
The item and aerial training site behind the barrier, the trick to obtain that with scanning the post is an intermediate standable terrain, which is not in logic during this tournament. So one of the aerial training site items does actually require Echo Visor logically. So that hint could
Oh, that's
maybe
another
point
progressive... Oh, that's
towards that.
light suit. Yeah, we got our second progressive suit.
Yeah. Since they're in a phase-on suit hunt, I would probably just prioritize getting the hint as soon as possible. TGC is at 4 artifacts, yeah, and Baja has one in Torvis portal chamber to obtain, and underground tunnel as well. So I would just rush to Torvis, as long as Baja knows where the Torvis elevator is.
Alright, we're probably going to check watch station, vault coming up. We know ATS is an item that we need. One more SDKs.
Baja also hasn't read any amber hints yet, so if we see a warp to start at some point, we'll see the amber hints then. Maybe that'll point towards Phazon suit. Unsure. But they're definitely talking in their call right now about what their plan is to get Phazon suit, because it's all they have to do at the moment.
Baja Blood not getting this back morph. That's 2 attempts, but hopefully we'll get it this time.
Nice. That was actually a little close. Baja jumped a little bit, or Space jumped a little bit later than you're supposed to, but it ended up working out. Oh, nice camera. I am a fan of when the camera does this.
Do we have all 3, or is that our second Torvis key?
That's all 3.
Alright, so that's Chica and Logic. As soon as we find a Torvis entrance.
Yeah, at this point, if I'm Nai and my prime player still doesn't have bombs, I know this suit isn't logical at this point, so even though it would be helpful... Well, okay, they got it. Well there you go. But I might have stopped doing it a bit earlier. Just because just not logical yet, even though it would be nice to have. They've got Cannonball and they've got wait, they do have Cannonball, right? Why aren't they boosting? Come on! You've got Cannonball!
Unless they took a cannon, maybe in Sand Canyon or something?
No, they haven't...
They have Screw Attack. We don't.
Wait, no, that's true, they did. No, they still have it, okay. Well, boost!
That's an SDK in Cat West. We already had that hinted, so it's nice to be picking these up. Since we're already so tantalizingly close to the finish.
Looks like Baja is going for Sank Map and also probably checking the elevator finally. Oh, not finally. I'm that was not a negative connotation. We'll figure out where it goes. Oh, not checking Sank Map. Okay. Alright.
Yeah, we even have Light Suit. We can get
yeah, Christ. About time. About time they're finally checking this elevator. I've been waiting all day to find out where this elevator goes.
Ventilation shaft, just an expansion. In Prime. We're almost at Cloaked Throne, the best boss fight.
Yeah, I think TGC is going down here, mostly because of MQB. They... Oh, wait, no. MQB is a Sky Temple key. Right, it's Storage Depot B. That's a... Well, yes, I was more so thinking about prioritizing the... You could always just save here and then come down here later, but I guess going down here just to check for Phazon suit, if you find it along the way to the Sky Temple key, is also a good play. It's not like TGC is only like 1 or 2 sky or artifacts away from being able to fight Ridley. They still need 5. Yeah, so fully committing to go down here is still good. Also, did that Sank elevator go to Aegon from the secret door? Is that what it was?
I'm not sure. I assume so.
All right. Well, time to go back to. Wait, where did this go? I know the other one was Temple Grounds. I don't remember where this one went. Oh, right, Great Temple. Yeah, I do remember this was checked at one point. And it was probably an Amber Gate. If Baja is coming back here. Yeah, it was. Okay. We are going to see some splinters get decimated by cannonball and power bombs.
Dang. Over an hour in, and we're finally seeing Dark Alpha Splinter.
This is good revenge for, or satisfying revenge for all the times you have to fight them super slowly. Alright, come on, morph, morph, morph. Morph in front of him, morph in front of him. After you scan the gates. No, you don't need to powerbomb, no! Darn. Maybe next time.
Dark Alpha Splinter didn't have anything. That's unfortunate. We've got the Transport A-Axis item, though.
Yeah, Baja, absolute clown.
Which is an
Clown emojis in the chat for not using cannonball there. And here's the Torvis elevator. Great. This will put them on track towards finishing. Because that's, I'm pretty sure that's access to all the artifacts. So, phase on suit hint. Nice and easy, and then they'll be able to finish. Pretty sure regardless of where it is. I mean, I guess the only thing Baja can't do in the game right now is Airy. I mean, anything else that's locked by Emerald.
that is
there. That's
it couldn't
suit,
be.
yeah.
It couldn't be anything else. It's got to be our phase on suit. We've already got every single other
Okay.
suit.
Well, there you go. We're done.
Let's go mode.
Yep. Why is it always Path of Roots? I feel like that room, even with all these elevators and stuff, just always has progression. Or at least it's very likely to have progression.
This is actually going to be a surprisingly jet seed for this preset.
It's unfortunate that Orange Green is in go mode before Red has obtained his bombs. Or,
it's unfortunate that
them.
this seed was so fortunate.
That's went one direction for one team and went the other for the other. Just when you leave one item in Aegon when you're just logically stuck there, and eventually you just this is something that is difficult to, I guess, explain, but we as commentators we know that they were logically stuck there to a certain point because Orange versus Green had full cleared Aegon before they had the items required to leave it logically. But Nye was still clearing Aegon at the time that they received... What was it that allowed them to leave? Logically, just main power bombs, and they just decided to leave after that.
I think it might have been speakers.
No, it was main power bombs. I guess that's not true because Baja also had main power bombs and chose to stay.
And the translator.
Oh yeah, and the translator. You're right, actually. Yeah, maybe they received the translator later than Orange versus Green did, so that gave them the ability to leave. I'll have to go back and look at it though, but that's one way that speed really matters.
Station for Prime.
Yeah, Central Mining Station. The one thing that Nye hasn't done in Aegon. Yes.
Powerbomb expansion.
It's Baja was clearing Aegon fast enough to the point where they had already finished, I think, by the time they had their progression to move on. I don't know this for certain, but it might be the case that Nye was able to leave Aegon before they were finished and just made the decision to do it. So, yeah. Also, yeah, that That central mining station item has been in Logic since they finished Dark Aegon, basically, and obtained Light Beam from their partner. Are bombs even really that important for the Prime player, though? Do they block anything important? I guess Flagra, right? Although I guess you can do it with power bombs if you know how to do it. Oh, Hydro Access Tunnel. Yeah, that one kind of needs bombs. Uh, Anything else? Ruin Nursery was a Sky Temple key.
Yeah.
I think that's the general gist of it.
Yeah, we've already taken care of a lot of these key items.
Oh yeah, you can't get... Okay, sorry, my brain was thinking that you can get to... Okay, you can get to Flagra without
I
bombs,
forgot about
but
Sun Chamber.
Flagra without bombs requires wall crawling, and for some reason my brain just assumed wall crawling. It's actually in logic to do it in this randomizer because you can go out of bounds in Sun Chamber and then infinite boost in bounds without leaving the room, but you do it behind the bomb rubble, so you can just get around the bomb requirement that way.
We're doing an Omega.
Also, I said Sun Chamber, but I meant Arboretum. My bad.
Question: where do you think the ice spreader is?
I have no idea. Anywhere.
I don't know why I asked that.
Well, if you want a more specific guess, I'm gonna guess it's an Echoes, because Echoes has more unknown things. Waha is wall crawling. Wait, where is this? What door is this? There's a. Oh, they crashed. Is it Torvus Temple?
Ooh, missed the super.
Wait. Why did?
That's unfortunate.
Wait, no, that. Oh, they were walking on an underground tunnel. Were they trying to get around the translator gate? That's unfortunate. I don't. Did Baja save after entering Torvus?
That sucks.
I mean, I definitely would have saved. I usually always save when I enter Torvus, just because you can dash to the door while you're yeah. Oh wait, Baja got the underground tunnel artifact. Wait, this doesn't matter then. What's TGC's last artifact? Sun Chamber? It's got to be.
Yeah,
right?
we still have Sun Chamber.
Or wait, no, TGC needs 3 more. Baja grab Portal
We'll
Chamber?
still be waiting for Emerald, though.
Yeah, Baja grab Portal Chamber. Actually, I think this is odd. The artifacts, I have all 9 here. I'm pretty sure the only thing that hasn't been, like, passed is Sun Chamber. What are the other 2 artifacts TGC doesn't have yet? TGC had bombs, I think, when they did Frigate for Hydro Access Tunnel.
Yeah, but they didn't do Hydro Access Tunnel, I believe. I think they turned around at Bio, or not Biohazard, but Freight Lift.
That would surprise me, because they knew they needed it. Oh, Storage Depot B, right. Because they entered from PPC. You're right. That's probably one of the ones. I don't know what the other one is. Did you see do Ice Ruins East?
Yeah,
No,
they did.
They definitely did.
They did it Spiderless. We saw that.
Oh, it's main Plaza Tree. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Astor's right. They didn't have supers for them.
Yeah, you're right
So,
on
yeah.
the money there, Astor.
Good thinking. Baja's missing 1 Sky Temple key, and that key is, well, I guess if, wait, which one would be? Oh, Ruin Nursery, perhaps? Did TGC have bombs when they were doing Chozo cleanup?
I'm pretty certain they had Ruin Nursery.
Okay, well, it would be good if it was Ruin Nursery, because there's a save right there, and you're gonna main plaza anyway. Yeah, Baja shot the light block, so I think they're going to the end of the game.
There goes our cannonball, assuming we didn't lose it earlier.
I'm actually surprised that Baja decided to get rid of it, if that was the case, and I'm pretty sure he was just boosting earlier. Cannonball is nice to have, even if not just boosting, but for Emperor too. Emperor 2 can be kind of trash.
Yeah, cannonball just makes it so that the little tendrils can't whip you around.
The Ing, I don't even know what to call them. Do they even have a name?
Nah.
The
You can't
the
scan
little,
them because they only appear while you're morphed.
yeah, those guys are awful. They can knock you around.
The Inglets do also appear and like crawl around, but
Yeah,
that's a different thing from the tentacles that come out.
Yeah. There's a different thing called Inglet in the game. That's true. I don't
It
know.
is part of
Whenever
that
I'm
phase of the fight, but it's just that they're not the same thing.
whenever I'm playing, I just call them Inglets or just like some like profanity. Whatever profanity out of my Swiss Army knife I choose.
Inglets, more like not very goodlets.
That's Baja's last key. Didn't even have to wait for the load.
And there's the artifact in the upper mines.
Yeah, so the Prime 1 is going to be finishing way after Echoes, which is what was really common to me when I was first starting to practice this tournament, but has slowly like evened out over time. I think that's more of a playstyle thing than it is like just logic changing.
It's definitely really wild to see Echoes finish before Prime, especially in a seed that's this fast. I guess we just made all of the right decisions.
This was the usual usual outcome for me for a while.
Meanwhile, Red still does not have bombs.
'Tis unfortunate. Just the one item in Aegon they didn't get. As Nye walks towards the
one
the elevator.
cycle EI1. We only have one out of our 5 power bombs, though. For this section.
Hazard, that's one of your best ones. High marks for that. I like this. I like that one. Very good. Okay, Baja's better at this fight without power bombs than I am. I don't do any of these 2-for-1s with bombs. I need to start learning some of these. I mean, in a speedrun you never use bombs here, unless you're doing 6%, but
6%. Yeah, power bombs are just so much more effective, and you almost always get them unless you're deliberately avoiding them.
Well, the main power bombs give you enough to use only power bombs if you have them. At least in randomizer, if you don't change oh no, the default in randomizer is 2, but for this preset it's 3. So
Baja Blood getting delayed a bit by these Emperor Ring attacks, but we just got a big chunky hit in right there.
Yeah, Emperor Ring 3 on Dolphin is actually really hard in my opinion because the game lags like crazy during lasers.
Just a teeny little sliver.
Kill him in the air.
There we go. It's like those samurai movies where they like jump and then they land and it's like, oh, I died. Like you're not quite sure how it's gonna end up.
It's Anakin jumping at Obi-Wan and getting his legs chopped off.
Now we just have one last boss to go. Dark Samus. What are your predictions? Centered or no? And maybe give us like how much of the health bar you think will be left when we get centered.
Man,
I'm
can I
saying
predict?
centered on like a
Can
quarter.
I predict Baja mashes too hard and fires 26 Annihilator shots because they can't count their ammo? Because the ammo cost is 0. Oh no! Ah! Okay, okay. That was getting a little sketchy.
Ouch.
I have a 100% run on my channel. It was like one of my old PVs. I think it was 207. Very bad run. I lost like 3 minutes at the end because I centered myself by firing 26 Annihilator beam shots. And that felt great.
Ooh, that shield is bouncing us a little bit.
This is why you need to
Okay.
run in. You need to run into the shield as you're bringing it up because it allows you to obtain a pretty consistent position for each. Also, yeah, I'm pretty sure Baja spelled heart AFB. We lost a good friend of ours just about a week ago.
Oh, that's unfortunate. I'm sorry.
AFB Shikir Buddha. Very great person. GG's, or sorry, G, as the chats for these races have started doing. When only one player finishes.
Do we have the race time? I don't actually have the race time room myself. Do you mind seeing what their exact finish was?
It just says it was 1:27:12, like it was on the timer. I think they probably you can. Have you done a race time race before? If you're using live split, you can open the race time room through the app, and then
no, they usually post a link, but they didn't post one this time, so I don't actually have the race time.
Oh, a link? I never read those. How do you know you could do that when you're commentating these?
I don't want to open live split. I've still got my fancy Viscera cleanup detail splits. I don't want to mess those up.
I is making way to Skytoki Hensei, I guess.
Still no bombs. Meanwhile, Nice is... Oh, they finished. Oh. Oh, no. Now they might be thinking, well, maybe they're like taking some kind of gamble, like they don't know that the other player has everything, and they're just kind of going ahead anyways. That could be a theory that's in their mind, but I'm still imagining them dropping a lot of confidence right now.
I don't know if there's been any other team other than mine that's finished first and still lost, or had one of the players finish, like had one of the players finish first and still overall lost the race of average finish time. But that is an outcome that can happen in the tournament.
Absolutely.
Just we won't be seeing it here.
Yeah, this is not close. Not in the slightest.
I think this one just kind of came towards really good movement and the seed. Okay, so I feel like I don't know. I think the Reds team decided to ask for a bunch of these agreements because they find them pretty fun. But also, I wonder if part of them maybe just became because they're both 2-2, and the winner of this team is the one that has a chance of making top 8. So if you know that your opponents are going to out skill set you, I guess you might want to, I guess, not level the playing field, but just bring it
You
a bit
know,
more level with
it's
some crazy
something that
things.
Red would probably consider more their element. They
Yeah,
do a
you'd
lot of
probably
this
feel
stuff
more
reset.
comfortable if you play like this commonly. But
And
it
also,
really
it's
helped that for the Echo side, it was honestly really straightforward. Like you have one Aeon trip at the start that you full clear. Then you have a double grounds trip that you full clear. Then you do the Sank loop because Torvus isn't logical. And then when you're done Sank, you find an elevator to Torvus, and then you're done. Like that's it. Yeah, I'm not sure how their top 8 status will fare, but I guess we'll find out in the future. Next coming 2 weeks. Yeah. Pretty tame random elevator seed overall, to be honest. I think TGC is also writing.
I didn't see why.
I didn't catch that.
I think
Ridley.
it was just high because I saw.
Yeah, it might
high
have. I think it might have been high as well. Ridley blocking the arm cannon a bit was rough.
And boost ball. There goes Ridley. We're in the final phase of the fight.
Oh, that is true. I think the Emerald Translator was, yeah, skipped. I don't think that was even mentioned just because of the crash.
Yeah, we skipped it.
So, I wonder where it is. You didn't have to go out of bounds to skip it, but I guess Baja did it just because it would have been way faster than doing a Forgotten Bridge BSJ. Even if you can do it quickly, the out of bounds is definitely faster. Especially because, yeah, you don't even need to walk crawl out. You can just
That
quit your
was
game.
very good meta Ridley.
Yeah, great Ridley.
We didn't get flyby skip. We still did get a little bombing run, which is not great for a time, but besides that, it was pretty much flawless.
You can't expect to get flyby skip. That's
Yeah, it's not really in your control.
that's special. One of my favorite parts of T3's 45 run is in the description. He lists missing flyby skip as one of the worst mistakes of the run, which kind of encapsulates the state that Prime 1 has reached.
Yeah.
By him. That 20-second frame perfect trick that you only have one shot at doing is one of the worst mistakes in the run.
Now, we should probably have a pretty good climb ahead of us. TGC, I don't predict having too much trouble here. Yep, we're good. Dang it, Aster. Come on, that was a terrible joke.
No, it was great.
No exoscape this game.
What's your favorite territory in Metroid Prime?
I don't know, Nunavut?
Thinking about going to Far Nunavut to get my Artifact of Spirit. Man, I don't know much to say about EXO.
EXO
It's
is
a boss.
EXO.
It's really hard to do optimally. Snipes are brutal to learn. Minipping attacks is probably the easiest part to learn, but positioning is still important. There's also other factors like the fact that you have to fully charge your shots most of the time and like know when to undercharge as well. Like And then also your uncharged ice shots that you're forced to shoot during the ice phases also matter. They save time to hit, so you have to get comfortable with releasing the lock-on and shooting uncharged ice at the eye. I don't know. EXO is really hard.
There's definitely a lot of skill that goes into it. We see
Also a lot of
our,
luck.
Oh, absolutely. Especially on the final phase. But definitely
Yeah.
you can see a lot of less experienced players can even die on EXO. Even if they have quite a few energy tanks and some decent equipment. Just because there is that much going on.
The plasma orbs, they screw up so much damage.
Yeah. What is it, Subchamber 3?
Yes. Also, yes, I also do remember watching DF do 21% hard EXO. That was